Hi, I'm Debbie, and welcome to my channel, Divine Destiny with Debbie. Today we're reading for February 10th and 11th, Monday and Tuesday for my Libras. How are I still feel lucky Libras. We're going to go with that. How are my lucky Libras? I hope you're feeling the love and you're feeling the luck. Okay. Monday, Tuesday means that I use my Radley Valentine Angel Tarot cards. I have prayed, meditated, and infused the deck with Reiki energy, but remember, this is a general reading. It may or may not resonate. Take what you like, leave the rest. Okay? Okay. Full moon energy is still out there. Okay? It's in Leo, so lucky Libras love Leo moon. Okay, I don't. Moving on. Anyway, I do feel that this is going to be really strong energy for my Libras, so embrace it. Release, relinquish, and request. Now, I am an intuitive channeler, and what that means is that I open myself up to my higher power spirit, and whatever the message is that needs to come out for my Libras, it comes out. 3 cards face down. The middle one is reversed, so that means to me, pay more attention. Here we go. First card is release, Archangel and Azrael. And remember, I just said release, relinquish, and request. Release. Great time for this, full moon time for this. There's things that my Libras, it's like you can't get the memory out of your head. Just because you can't forget it doesn't mean that you can't forgive it, okay? Because forgiveness doesn't necessarily, forgiveness is not necessarily for that other person. It is for you. It creates harmony, and it puts you back into that nice balance that you, my Libras, like to have. But by releasing something, releasing and relinquishing whatever this is, it opens you up it opens your space. So imagine it like this. This is what I'm seeing. Yes, I'm seeing my garage. People know about my garage. I'm seeing my garage with all its boxes and all its clutter. And now I'm getting rid of stuff, or, if I'm able to do that. I'm getting rid of stuff, and now my garage is nice and open. So now I can pull in, if I was to exercise, I would say I could pull in that exercise gym, okay? I can then bring good stuff and healthy stuff. So by getting rid of a lot of that old stuff, you are able to pull in the good stuff. You're able to pull in that more positive energy. And that's really super, super important for my Libras. My Libras, I do feel that, especially if you're in the northern hemisphere and, the weather is a little bit darker this time of year, I feel like it just kind of lulls you into that. So you need to make sure you stay in that more positive framework. Also, too, you can get those lights from Amazon, SAD, seasonal affective disorder. They're lights. You do it for an hour a day. Okay, that's just an aside anyway. So what I'm saying is that this can be a kind of a time that you feel a little bit down. The thing is, though, get rid of it. Get rid of the stuff that's pulling you down. Okay? And this is a great Monday, Tuesday with this full moon in Leo. Great time for you to do that. Now, this is Archangel Azrael. The end of a phase or situation. Spiritual transformation. Time for more fun. I'm sorry. I don't know why time for more fun came out, but I think it is. But it's time to move on. Okay. Next card here, reversed. Here we go. The 8 of air, so air energy, your energy. It's also Aquarius and Gemini energy. It's those thought processes that come in. It's hearing news, so there could be some news coming to you. It's your Wi-Fi. It's those, it's again, sometimes you have to release the thoughts. I feel, you have to release those thoughts that hold you back so that you can move on again. So we have release, time to move on, and we have 8 of air, an illusion of being trapped. And remember, that's an illusion. A lack of self-confidence, afraid to take action. If that's happening to you, part of that is because the world doesn't always make sense. Somebody needs to hear this. The world doesn't make sense. And sometimes, and many times over, my Libras, your thoughts are very balanced and they do make sense. But because the people, I should say the people in the world actually does make sense, but the people in the world don't make sense. So many times over, you doubt yourself, okay? And it's like, but this makes sense to me. This makes sense, and it probably does make sense. That's the thing, is that it does make sense. It's just that like I always say, the message, when the message comes, it's received. Sometimes the people you're dealing with are the ones that don't make sense. And not sure, but somebody needed to hear that. It doesn't mean that, and now that's the other thing though, is you can't, when it doesn't make sense to them, and I hope I'm making sense, when it doesn't, you can't force that upon them. Because sometimes that penny doesn't drop in the gumball machine. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, when I was a little girl, there were gumball machines, and you'd go, oh, Daddy, Mommy, can I have a penny? They'd give you a penny, you'd put it in, you'd twist it, and sometimes the gumball wouldn't come out. And so Mom or Dad or older sisters would come up, give it a bang, and then the gumball would come out. But you can't give people that bang, okay? You have to, I'm sorry. So again, release those thoughts, and also release that, so when it doesn't make sense to these people, you've got to say, okay, that's on you now. I've done what I can do. Hope that makes sense, because this is really positive energy for you, my Libras. It's kind of a deeper message for you though too. So your last card here is the Six of Air. Again, air energy, and this is moving on. So all of this is moving on, and what's holding you back? What is your anchor? What is holding you back? You've got to release it, because that's, the Eight of Air is saying, this is, an illusion, but this is saying move on. Release is telling you to move on. Everything's telling you to move on. But again, you need to release, and you need to release. You need to almost, release the anchor so you can move on. But the thing that's neat is that you are moving on. Things are looking up, the end of a difficult situation, taking a trip. Trips, moving on. It could be that you actually do take a trip, but it could also be that there's something that moves for you, my Libra. So, job, money, that something that's been stuck moves. It doesn't mean that those other people do, but because you're releasing, you're able to free yourself. Okay? Hope that makes sense, but this really strong Leo moon is going to help you with that. So take advantage of it. So my Libras, if you enjoy my readings, please remember to like, because that helps, and subscribe. That helps to support the channel, keeps me going. And as always, my Libras, know that you are loved and be blessed. Bye-bye.